check back at home here before a little bit of a big road trip for you guys. Is Portland coming into town? What do you see from that?
Yeah, they're young. They're like one of those teams that are really scrappy, a lot of energy. So this should be big for us to get off to a hot start, especially on our first, I guess, game of a bounce-back.
A lot of length as well. Is that something that you guys are focusing on? As no length was an issue the first two games.
Yeah, they're one of the taller teams. I think they're the tallest team in the NBA. But a lot of shot blockers, a lot of length, 2 through 5. So obviously they have a lot of effect at the rim, and we just got to rebound better.
What's kind of just the headspace for you guys right now after this start?
Obviously it's not been great, like through the preseason and then the first 2 games. So we have a lot of games left, so we have time to figure it out, and I got to figure it out fast. So.
Do you see anything common in the two?
We both had leads in the second half. In both games, I think the Lakers went on a run in the start of the fourth. The Timberwolves went on a run and late in the third. So those kind of things can't happen, especially in the second half.
Is it hard to sustain a game when they're going on a run like that, and if you guys look cold and unable to get stops? I mean, what happens in those moments where you try not to see it balloon to where it becomes?
It's usually quick shots in the last 2 games. It's been quick shots when we've gotten those leads. That resulted in them either getting fast break points or open transition threes. So that's something where when we get a lead, we got to sell it down. That's where we kind of have to put your foot on the pedal.
Mike's talking about how he's still trying to get a feel for you guys. Is that trickling on the court as well for you guys trying to still get a feel as well?
I mean, it's a little bit of a different team, but I mean, honestly, early in the season, you try and get a feel for the guys that you have. So I think off the court, obviously, we're fine. Like we have a good chemistry off the court, things like that. So it's just putting that to play on the court.
For me, obviously, you go up against your brother. Is that getting more common when you go against him a lot in your life here at the NBA level?
Yeah, it's definitely more common. I know the first couple of times it was a little weird, but now it's just playing basketball. So it's exciting whenever he comes into town or whenever we go to Portland.
What kind of stands out over those 2 games for you guys?
Just the kind of the one lapse we had within both games that kind of cost us, that put us in a position, to fight uphill. For the most part, the effort's been there, both ends. I think just those 2 lapses we had in game 1 and game 2, which put us in a tough predicament to fight back. Other than that, we've been doing a lot of great things. It's coming together. It sucks to lose, but we know both those games should have been ours if it wasn't for our mistake.
Those 2 game of runs, obviously. But when you see a team go like if it's a 12-0 run or a 14-0 run, what is it that's incumbent upon yourself aside from making shots that you guys have to do?
We just got to cut off their water soon. Kind of recognize that right away, and not recognize it, when it's 15, 16, 17 point run. It's too tough at that point to, slow any team down in this league. Understand when they make a run, 2, 3 possessions, understand how to slow it down on both ends to kind of get the rhythm back, especially on the road.
When you look at the length of Portland, just what do they present as a young squad that's kind of up and coming runner?
They play hard, play tough, coach extremely well, Chauncey. The effort gonna be there. When you're playing against big guys like that, they have an advantage defensively. Reaching, have an advantage, rebounding. So it's gonna take a collective group of us tonight just to come together and kind of, string stops, string possessions, string rebounds together. So we just gotta be focused.
I know you were excited to play with Keegan in the preseason. Now to actually play a couple games with him, just what have you seen from him? I feel like the start of the year has been really great for him.
Yeah, just how dynamic of a player he is. We all know how great of a shooter he is, but him taking on the defensive assignments at such a young age is big for him to want that challenge and be trustworthy of that challenge as well. It speaks volumes of him. And when you're in those situations, you can't do nothing but grow from it.
There's no must wins in October, but do you feel like you guys need to have a sense of urgency or not desperation?
Yeah, for sure. You take any extra motivation you could find in every single game. That's one of them. Sucks to be 0-2, but it's a long season. You definitely want to get a win in front of that home crowd. So that's definitely mandatory, especially before we go out on the road.
Mike's talked about wanting to kind of scale back your minutes and not give you so much workload. It hasn't happened yet, obviously, but how comfortable are you with it?
I'm fine. Like, I prepare myself to play. I want to play. In the summertime, I play all summer for free, so why not play as much as you can when you're here? So that's my mindset.